not really. It's
Oh,
only in town.
Chloe, we have to go to...
Okay, got it, thank you. You okay?
I'm fine, you?
Yeah, good. Can you just see us on the feet? Yeah.
All right, cheers, lads.
No bother, mate.
Sorry, Adam back.